for the first time ever is do a test drive in the rain. I got my chauffeur. This is Kyle. Say hi to the folks.
So it's very airtight. Sounds like, think like. It's not an RV. It's cool.
So we're at the Wingamm Oasi 540 Road Show. We're in Miami where it's pouring down rain. What we're going to do for the first time ever is do a test drive in the rain. We're going to see how it handles. Kyle's going to drive. I'm going to retract the awning, which is a manual Fiamma brand awning, and we're going to go for a test drive and see what it's like to drive in the rain in a Wingamm. So let's get this thing in. Wow! Jeez! And actually, if I was to do an awning on my rig, I would do a manual awning because oftentimes the electrical system fails. So it takes just a few seconds and it's done. Just like that. All right, let's jump inside. Stay dry. All right, I got my chauffeur. This is Kyle. Say hi to the folks.
Hi.
So Kyle's been driving my Winnebago Travato 59GL. We've had that since 2018, so he's pretty familiar with the ProMaster chassis. What we're going to do here is see how the Wingamm, which is on a ProMaster chassis, how it performs, turn radius, kind of handles some of the bumps, and we'll get some of Kyle's feedback because he is familiar with our rig, but he's never driven this before. Is that right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to do a little comparison here, and it's pouring down rain, as you can witness by my dripping. All right, Kyle, so I'm going to spin this around and let's go for a little drive around the parking lot.
All right.
Here we go. So by comparison, our car, this is 15.5 feet. This Wingamm is only just under 18 feet, so for just a couple feet more, you get a whole motorhome. And we've... so we're keeping the lights on.
Nice.
Watch out for the...
Look like this thing's kind of low.
Let's go this way.
It's one way, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go that way.
Yeah. There's Eamon. So while we're going fairly slow, it's pretty apparent that there's no squeaks, rattles.
So I'm spinning around because we are kind of going a one-way direction. So
Yeah.
spin around.
We're trying to hit all the puddles as we go. It's really pretty quiet. I don't hear that tin can.
It's very quiet.
I don't hear
that. Hopefully, let me see if I can speed up and see if you can hear the air. But I don't hear the air. Outdoor noise.
We're trying to avoid the trees because they're got some really low branches. So
yeah, so I'm gonna go with it.
Yep.
Here.
Yep. Perfect.
Turns are very nice and actually.
The turning is very different, right?
Yeah, very different.
Much better.
Yeah, turns are. I'm still going the same way.
Watch out! Watch out!
Okay, let me see if I can try to get out of the elevation way here. We are going the wrong way still.
So what I'm not hearing is what typically happens up here when the rain hits the cab is that tin can sound.
Yeah.
That is absent altogether. So we're trying not to run over anybody, not hit any of the tree limbs.
Yep.
Because they get heavy with water and they sag more than they normally do. You want to give it a little juice on the past this one?
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, it's just rain on the windshield. There is no noise at all from the cab hitting the rain hitting the cab. It is silent.
Yeah, you'll get that wind sound.
No wind sound.
Yeah. So it's very airtight. Sounds like, think like.
Yeah, run across some of those puddles down here.
Yeah, do that one down. But I don't want to run through.
Ooh, it's a good one. Ooh.
Good one. Oh, very nice. You can get a pushback either.
Yeah, front wheel drive is nice, right?
Yeah, because sometimes when you go through a puddle, you can push back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You gonna try that again?
I'm trying to go in the right direction.
It's pretty nimble, meaning it feels more lightweight than the Winnebago Travato, right?
Yeah, lightweight.
It doesn't really wobble.
No, it does not wobble. Although I'm only going so far 30 miles an hour, so.
Very different, right?
Yeah, very different.
Very lightweight. Trying to be quiet so we can hear.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the bump here.
Okay. Yeah, it responds.
Yeah, the response is pretty good. You don't not like with the other one you bump. Mine can actually on my RV it bumps really big bump. When it bumps like that, it make a very I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty heavy. This is kind of like a normal car bump.
Yeah. So maybe let's find another puddle, and I'll jump out and record you going through it.
Okay.
How's that sound?
All right.
We're trying to maximize our rainy day here at the Wingamm Oasi Roadshow. And if you want to visit my website, gosmalllivelarge.com, we've got all the dates coming up. They've had fantastic turnout at Orlando and the other first locations. So I'm going to jump out and I'm going to position myself up here, then have you come through. Is that cool?
Do you want to be on the right?
Yeah. And here we go. One more go around. So what'd you think of that?
Actually, it handled the puddle very well.
How about the turning radius?
And the turning radius is very good too.
It's very different, right?
Yeah, very different. It kind of handled like a normal car, like a normal van. It's not an RV.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Very vastly different.
Yeah.
And the noise level inside is
It's very quiet.
you don't even know that. You hear the rain on the windshield, but all right, let's go back to where we were, and then we'll kind of sit and hear the rain from the inside. It's a pretty good rainstorm.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think about this color scheme. This is the most popular. And it's I just can't get over how quiet it is.
Yeah, just gotta avoid all this.
Yeah, see the trees here? Whether you have a steel van or a monocoque fiberglass shell, you really don't want to hit anything in it. Kind of give us your overview, and what I'm going to do is get up and kind of put the microphone up here just toward the ceiling so you can hear what that sounds like. But what are your thoughts, having driven the Wingamm for the first time?
Actually, it's very, very nice. Compared to my RVs and mine and yours,
What do you have?
I have a Regency RV B
On a Sprinter chassis.
and a Sprinter chassis, Mercedes.
The B plus.
Yeah,
Fiberglass.
fiberglass.
Box on the back.
There's a box at the back. I mean, this kind of handle like a car. It does not handle like a RV.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And compared to Lily, the Travato, very vastly different as well.
Vastly different. Yep. The ride is a lot more smoother. Smooth. You don't hear anything. Almost soundproof in a way.
Agreed.
Oh.
All right, let me get out of my seatbelt here. Let's put this up. And so again, it's raining pretty good. You can see it out there, right, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm going to put this up here. And we do have the AC running off the battery. You can hear pitter-patter of the rain, but it's a vastly muted, almost calming versus kind of a violent pounding of the rain is the way I would describe that. And that's, again, because of the way it's constructed. So, Kyle, thanks for doing the test drive for us. Appreciate that. Got a lot more content coming your way. And if you visit, again, my website, GoSmallLiveLarge.com, we've got content there. And for all the latest and greatest on Wingamm, it's Wingamm.com/US. And the team, Tony and the whole team, is really great. They've got service centers now for maintenance. They got 2 dealers, one in Nashville, one in Salt Lake City, Utah. Kyle, what's your overall impression of the build quality? It's very different than other vans. What would you say?
Well, I guess overall impression is actually good quality. The material is good quality. I mean, they're not using cheap. I can tell you right now, they're not using cheap material. Everything looks very European, very modern. Clean looks. I feel this. It's almost kind of like my Mercedes quality. It's
cool, right?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, cool.
Well said. It's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Really appreciate that. Give a comment, thumb up, subscribe. Kyle, thanks for being the driver. See you soon.